driving home, and on the way home I saw this big for sale sign, and there was all of these things for sale. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this surfboard in the garage, and I was like, that surfboard looks so nice. I got out of my car and I was like, hey, is this board for sale? And she said, yeah. And I asked her how much it is. This is the house. The funny thing is, literally a day before that, I was out surfing with my friend Holly on that board. And I was telling her, this thing feels so waterlogged and I feel like it's holding me back. I was like, I think I need to start looking for a new board. She even tried it and like gave me it back in like 2 minutes because she was like, no, this thing kind of sucks. And then I so happened to drive by this board and it's literally the perfect board. So anyway, about a week ago, I realized that my board is just on its last leg. The tail is super waterlogged. And so I've been thinking to myself, like, I need a freaking new board. And she said it was originally $200, but the board early in the day had like fell over and it got a few dings. So she knocked off $50, but it's not watertight. It's important to have a watertight when you're in the water. Using my other board as an example, if it's not, water can get into the board, make your board heavy and waterlogged, and it's just not good. This is solar res. Put this on your dings and then you let it sit in the sun for like literally 5 or 10 minutes and it hardens. Here's the biggest ding. It's actually pretty small, but then there's these little guys that I'll just put some solar res over just to make sure that the whole board is watertight. This is what you use to kind of take the solar res and adhere it to the board. So first I'm going to start out just by sanding the area and then I'll put on the solar res. This stuff dries so fast. Cover that dang and some extra. Now I gotta go let it sit out in the sun, but the sun isn't really out today. So I might just go stick it in my car or on top of my car. It's harder than it seems, but almost done with one. Doesn't look like it would be that much work, but it kind of is. There's still a tiny hole, so I'm just gonna put the tiniest amount of solar res, sand it a tiny bit so that it sticks. It's all watertight. I just let this sit in the sun for a sec because there's some like extra residual wax on it. So I'm just gonna use this surf comb from Outer Mountain. They sent it to me when I first started posting on TikTok actually. Scrape it off and then I'll do a base coat, and then a top coat. Just letting it sit out in the sun melts it a little bit, so it's way easier to scrape off. Got the base coat. I like doing a crosshatch pattern. X's across your board. I am not going to do this perfectly because I really want to get out and surf. Okay, I think we're good. Now that my wax is done, I need fins and a leash on my board and then I can go surf. I need a fin key. Like square? I actually swear. Bro, where's my fin box key? Oh, I let Holly use it. I don't have a freaking fin box key. My bathing suit on or any sunscreen. I didn't realize I started packing up the car. I feel like I don't ever have my shoes together. It's okay. Bro, that was like the biggest fail in the entire world. The wind started kind of picking up and now look at it. Like, look at these trees. But I couldn't get the fin out of my box for so long. I was calling Nando, I was texting Holly, I was watching YouTube videos, and then of course the wind just picks up. It's probably blown out. I haven't looked at it, but I just figured it's not happening today. Wasn't meant to be today, apparently. Look how it's so blown out now. Here's my friend Holly, who I always talk about. We're about to go surf and I'm gonna go try out my new board. I feel like I've introduced you once before, right?
Maybe.
But I'm always shy about filming. She's the best. Better.
Yeah. Okay.
Such a fun surf.
Yes, totally.
Probably the best one.
Our arms are like cello.
Also, that board is
fire.
amazing. You have to try it next time. Okay. All right. I'll see you in a bit. I just had maybe the best surf of my life on this new board. I felt like my other board was like kind of holding me back, and whenever I was trying to get into waves or even on the waves and doing stuff, I like couldn't, and I was like, this is so frustrating. I felt like my board was like kind of holding me back. Riding on this board today just completely confirmed that. I was like getting into waves so much easier, could do a cutback and come back around and then keep going on the wave. On my other board, I would cut back on the wave and then turn back. My board would just kind of stop going, and so that was the best surf. We were out there for like 2 hours just catching so many waves. My friend Holly was also having like the best time of her life too. And it's one of those days where you're just like, everything, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. We're about to go grab some Mexican food now and eat our brains out because we're both starving, and so much fun.